Hello again, folks. Welcome back to the channel. To all the recent subscribers, thank you. Welcome to the Straight Talk crowd today. We're diving headfirst into the murky swamp of modern Britain, where free speech seems about as welcome as a bacon sandwich at a vegan convention. Let's talk about Glastonbury, specifically Bob Vylan, or Bob Villain, if you prefer. The punk rap provocateur decided to lead a crowd of thousands in a live chant of death to the IDF. And, from the river to the sea, all broadcast live on BBC iPlayer. That actually happened. On national TV, in front of a crowd of thousands. Now here's the million-pound question. Will Bob face the same legal consequences as Lucy Connolly, who was sentenced to over 2.5 years in prison for a tweet? Or is this yet another example of two-tier policing in Britain? Let's break it down. Bob Vylan didn't mutter something controversial in passing. He had a mic, a massive stage, and the BBC broadcasting every word. Death to the Israeli Defense Forces isn't nuanced protest. It's a direct call that many would classify as incitement. The crowd joined in gleefully like it was karaoke night. And only after the broadcast did the BBC bother to slap on a language warning. Great job, lads. The horse has already bolted. It's trampling across the Middle East. Avon and Somerset police have said they're assessing the footage. Translation. They're praying this blows over before anyone forces them to act. The Israeli embassy is understandably outraged. Lisa Nandy has been on the phone to the BBC's Director General demanding answers. Why was this allowed on air? Why didn't anyone at the BBC step in? Perhaps because the same people who cancelled live music for misgendering see no issue with chants calling for death on live TV, as long as it aligns with their political leanings. Now, compare this to Lucy Connolly. Her tweet, which was offensive, and rightly condemned, was deleted almost immediately. Yet she was jailed for over 2 years. Bob Vylan led a stadium-level chant, amplified by a public broadcaster. And so far, nothing. This is not about defending offensive speech. It's about asking why our laws are enforced so inconsistently. If someone stood on a street corner yelling death to anyone, they'd be arrested on the spot. But when it's a punk rap duo on stage at Glastonbury, suddenly it's free. Expression. That's the real problem. Two-tier policing. And it's undermining faith in law and order. Glastonbury isn't new to this political circus. Another group, Kneecap, followed up with F the Tories chants and Free Palestine. Slogans. Napalm, Meet Gasoline, and the BBC. They decided not to stream Kneecap, but they did stream Bob Vylan's entire set. That says a lot about editorial judgment. So, what's the likely outcome? Will Bob Vylan be prosecuted? Is honestly my bets. On a stern talking to, maybe a fine, but a conviction like Connolly's? Forget it. It's too messy, too political. Too many festival goers think waving a flag makes them revolutionaries. If Bob Vylan walks, it sends a loud message. Say what you like, as long as it fits the right narrative and has a big enough crowd behind. That's not justice. That's performance. And it's dragging Britain into a place where the law bends for convenience. Thanks for watching. Stay sharp out there because clearly no one else is.